And welcome back to the Off the Clock Show. You're joined with hosts Shawn Gervais from OrbisX, as well as Marty, Mr. Marshall Hill, from the Pints and Polishing Podcast, as well as hyperClean car care products. Everything you need and in between. I don't know. I'll get a slogan for you one of these. But how was your weekend, man?
Oh, dude, it was awesome. We highlight of the weekend was definitely sushi.
Ooh,
Went to this new place.
Okay.
Yeah. Love it. You know, it's a bank building that then this local sushi place put in the top center, right? So trying to be like cool vibing, dark. Everybody has their own little kind of booze. You got like a DJ playing, you know. Tulsa's really trying to step themselves up here, man. It was
that's blessed though. Yeah, man.
Oh, it was great. And then, you know, I start off for me, I'm my sushi, number one sushi is always salmon nigiri. I always start off with salmon nigiri. It's part of my, you know, regular rolls. And that's usually what I'll either start with it or it'll be the last piece of sushi.
The last piece.
Yep. Yeah. So, but we started with it and immediately, man, you know, when you get that salmon that just melts.
Oh yeah.
You go, God, that's not fish. Like it's butter. It's fish. Oh, just right. And you just go, wow. Yeah. You know, so that started, man, with rolls and had a great time. Beers.
That's amazing.
Wife,
man.
the first time she drank sake.
First time ever.
And unfortunately, they brought out a cold sake and I went,
Ooh.
What?
Like trying something new?
Huh? Oh, my bad.
Yeah. So, question on that note, how do you, because I know we always talk about drinks and stuff. How do you feel about that?
Oh, I love sake. I absolutely love it. But the traditional way to drink sake is warm.
Yeah.
But many times which is where I go, oh, I didn't know we were at this type of like, everything else resembled something else. I just ordered sake. It's going to come out warm. You're trying to be hip. You're trying to be fresh. Like, and then you brought out, because generally they consider cheap sake cold. Because as you know, cold beer tastes better. Cold anything tastes better. So cold sake is generally cheaper sake. Now, I learned all that not being a good old white guy from Tulsa, Oklahoma in the Midwest, right? I did not learn that right from me. Right. I learned that from a guy that his name is Jung. He's a customer of mine. He's Korean and he is also has a love for good quality sushi. He owns some car washes that are here in the state that we service, been servicing them now for, about 10 years. And when he's in town, we'd like to go have sushi, or I would go to the car wash association conventions with them. We would always go out and eat sushi and find that, you know, he always had a palate for it. And he's the one that educated qualities of sushis and different parts of sushi. And then sake, he's the one that was like, that dude knows. That dude knows sake, right? I mean, so.
Man, that's amazing though. But hold on, I'm just going to fix my camera real quick. My eyes are like, trying to find that thing. Oh, there we go. No, it's like I'm looking this way, but I'm looking at the camera. I don't know what's going on with it. Anyway, that aside, isn't that weird? You see that, huh?
Only for you, Shawn. It's only weird for you.
It's only
don't make it weird for everybody else, man. Don't make it weird for everybody else.
Right, sorry, guys. Don't mean to make it weird. But man, that's amazing. So my whole thing is because I love ice in my drinks because I predominantly drink rum. And so rum or tequila. And so I like it not watered down, but I definitely like one ice cube, open up the flavors, things like that.
All right. So I did some rum today. My wife had made mango juice.
Ooh.
And I drank most of it all. So there was just a little bit left. And I was like, okay, I'm going to throw a splash of some water and some rum in it. So I'm having a little mango rum.
I like it.
Yeah.
It needs a name.
It needs a name. Yeah.
Yeah, they got a name for that one.
Anyway, you most normally drink rum.
Oh yeah, I mostly drink. So I just put an ice cube in it, open up the flavors, but at the same time gives it a little chill. So I like my drinks chilled normally. And so I went with this guy, and he was a client of another business that I have, and he was doing some marketing consulting stuff, and he wanted to go to some sushi place. I was like, all right, fine, let's go. Wasn't a huge sushi fan before that, so I was used to like grocery store sushi, which is
it's crazy, right? It's almost like us. Let's think of like an analogy with somebody that goes to and orders a steak from, just like a regular steak. Okay, how about this? You go to Walmart and get steak.
Yeah, and
then go to a really good steakhouse and get steak, right?
Yeah.
Cheap sushi at the grocery store, my wife brings home. I understand. Yeah. We even also get mid-grade sushi at, some little small places you can go into. It's called Sushi Fork, where, they're just in like these little, what do they call them? Little centers or whatever, shopping centers. And you can just run in and grab sushi, right? Kind of mid-grade, kind of mid-grade. And then when you have real good, like the shit sushi,
the difference is it's night and day. 100%. That was the case for me too. And so my first experience with sake, it came, and so it was warm, and I thought they fucked up. Like, what the hell is this? And then it was explained to me the same kind of thing. And so like I had no idea before. There's a lot about like Asian cultures that just escape me, all of them. But and that was one of those things. And so anyway, I made a comment about it, and he's like, no, trust me, because I hadn't actually tasted anything at this point, but I could just tell. I was like, I don't know, man, I think there might be a mistake here. He's like, no, the mistake is how you've been living your life. And then he explained it all to me, and I was like,
that's right.
Shit.
Yeah,
but it was cool because prior to that, we were there and in the meeting, but he's a really quiet guy. So I was trying to like talk, but I was like, he's a quiet guy. Sometimes I can be like overbearing if I talk too much. So I was really trying to keep a lid on things. And then as soon as we started talking about drinks, and I was telling him about, like what I drink, and he's telling me about what he drinks and stuff like that, it really just opened things up. And then we had a blast, man. It's a lot of fun. But
I mean, I know this is off the clock, but you're talking about having a real great, like, Shawn,
not that kind of party.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you needed
2022, but not that kind of party.
Okay.
So anyways, we've been engaged for 6 months, and then this guy, but he was a great guy, and I wanted his business, but not that bad. Anyways, he goes by Toki. Toki, if you ever see this, secret's out, bro. But this guy. So anyways, you seen any fun posts? Moving completely away from that.
You don't want to move on to after sushi? I didn't even get finished with my story of sushi. We're just moving on to post, huh? Just move straight on post.
After sushi, if you.
Nah, I can't now. I can't. Let's go to post. Yeah, my post is listen, my post is definitely sentimental to me in a sense, because I saw a post of a guy trying to educate people on how to use glass cleaner. I was like, oh, wonderful. It's a great post. I love educating people on how to use glass cleaner.
Yeah.
It's very difficult, actually.
No,
many people struggle with traditional glass cleaning, using traditional glass cleaners and the way it's been done. It's a struggle. At my car wash, the number one complaint that I got from customers,
Windows.
They would leave, head west. What's that sun doing? Right into their windshield. I mean, it's brutal. I used to get, I had a customer, actually the original customer that I took. And so my story on how I got the car wash was, I had this customer called Mike Sitton. He was his company was Sitton Properties. And I knew at one point in time, I go, okay, I love what I'm doing as a detailer or mobile detailer. I love it, but I just know I can't do this the rest of my life. Yeah. I just knew. I mean,
it's a reality. Yeah.
It is a reality. That hardcore manual labor. Listen, at 44, I'm excited when I get to go clean something. Like, I enjoy cleaning things.
Amped up.
Yeah. Like I knew at that age, I go, this is me. I love this. I love cleaning cars. For some strange reason, it's stuck. Right.
Yeah.
But I just knew there's no way that I could manually do it the rest of my life. And so I made an appointment with a guy that I knew he had properties. It was called Sitton Properties. I knew he had investments. I knew he was doing a bunch of other things. And I said, hey man, thanks for your time. It won't be long. I know I can't do this the rest of my life, but I love doing it. And I just wanted to know, how do I, what can I know car washing is something that is a thing, but I don't know how to get into it. And that's all I really said. And he reached back behind him and had some blueprints, and he goes, I just so happen to be looking to put in a car wash. The next weekend, I had another guy approach me and go, hey man, I've been meaning to talk to you about building a car wash. What? Like, huh? And there we go. And there I started building a car wash. Like,
that's crazy, man. Holy shit.
That's insane. And the number one problem that we had at every car wash that we did was windows. No doubt. No doubt. But that guy, the original guy, the reason why I moved to that story was the original guy, Mike Sitton. He was the worst customer for being anally picky. Not the way you think of anal, Shawn, but
not the after sushi.
Like, call me back for a streak. Call me back. Like, get mad about, like, he had his assistant walk out one day and give me newspapers. Goes,
oh my God.
Mike says use these. I go, okay.
Jesus.
I mean, what do you do? I mean, he's a great customer. We were at his office every Friday morning at 7:00, guaranteed. Be there, clean cars. So what do? You make the guy happy.
Yeah.
So, cleaning glass cleaning glass and glass cleaning it's a struggle for everybody. It's always difficult. And the main reason has been a couple of things, right? First of all, the glass cleaner itself usually doesn't have any type of lubrication, any way to move the towel over the surface. So you get a drag, you get lint, or you get streaks from improper, too much alcohol can actually cause too many problems inside the formulation can cause those streaks. The other problem most people have is they're spraying too direct when they get too close to glass.
Yeah.
Instead of misting and covering a large area, they like to squeeze fast and squeeze a lot. So you're oversaturating one area. Exactly. Then your towel gets oversaturated. So it's a lot easier. And the reason why I did like his post and talking about glass cleaning is I could then look at the way he cleaned it and I go, oh, I could see that would work, and I could see this wouldn't work. There's this up and down or side to side that you do inside of a car one way and outside of the car the other way. Like, if you need to do that, okay. Or just learn to not spray too much, not use the wrong glass clean. Like,
yeah, it's true.
I get it. There's some ways, but
yeah.
If your glass cleaner is correct and the people that made your glass cleaner have understood that there's always a struggle with glass cleaners, then you might not have to go through all the struggles that you've been going through. So I said the reason I liked this post, and it was a little bit for self-owned reasons, is because yesterday we also released our own glass cleaner.
There we go. It's out.
Never have done a glass cleaner. I've always just felt like, yeah, we'll get to it. It just hasn't been important. Nick, my partner, we just finally got it figured out. He had never really used glass cleaners. So it never, but we had I think one of your packages goes out to now, and you'll get the perfect glass towel, a part of it, right? Like, once we had that towel, we go, wow, we have to have a glass cleaner. And so we absolutely are thrilled with our glass cleaner.
Am I getting both in the box? Mystery box?
Depends on if customs will let it go through or not.
Gotcha. Okay. So, that is awesome. Okay, I'm thrilled about this. But because glass is definitely,
glass is tough, man. Glass is
like
really
mine
tough.
too, that do not just detailing. Like, we do a lot of stuff that involves glass as well. We even do complete glass replacements. So we'll actually take out not just windshields, but we do side glass as well. Now, yes, okay, you're putting in a brand new, piece of glass, but those things don't come to us clean. You know what I mean? Like, wherever they're made and transported and everything, so we still have to clean them. And there's nothing worse than you just replace someone's glass and they get in it and they look out and it's dirty. And you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I thought this was a brand new piece of glass. What happened? We get blamed for it, right? Mm-hmm. So that's one thing. But then also our window tinting, everything. So glass is a huge, huge, huge part of our shop. So I'm really excited for this, especially at my shop.
Yeah.
Because right now, like we have a really good process, but it is involving quite a few different variables, like the right, products, plus the right microfibers, plus the right technique, and plus razor blades in most cases. Like it's a lot. And then we also try and change things up. So I have a question for you for shops like mine. How does this deal, how is it safe for tinted windows as well? Because that's
the only problem that's ever been with tinted windows is that A word, right?
The a-holes. No, I'm just kidding. Most of our customers. No. So what's the A word? Like
Ammonia.
adhesive? Oh, okay. Yeah. Because it'll eat away at.
That's the only. And
okay, so
there's very little glass cleaners ever anymore that are made with ammonia. There are some.
There are some, because
there are some
customers,
but
like post-care instructions.
I don't know of any automotive glass cleaners that are still made with ammonia. Most everybody has now realized, like, just don't even put it in your formula.
Don't even put it in. Yeah, you're gonna do more harm than good.
Yeah.
But
so no,
man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You got a clever name for this one?
Yeah, glass cleaner.
Glass cleaner? I love it, man. No, I actually do love it. Straight to the point, Like most
we realized with this product, we were like, listen, there's no need to get fancy.
Yeah. Glass cleaner. Says what it does. Yeah. Did you spell it with a K?
Nope.
Thank God. Okay. I was gonna say
I do like doing that though, right?
Brutal.
Like
true, but it is brutal for like your SEO and stuff like that. So yeah. Anyway, I'm happy you went with the traditional glass cleaner.
What about you? Funny post?
So funny, I actually saw a hilarious post today. I literally dropped my phone laughing. So there was and it relates to something I love, which is capturing attention of customers. And so there's this guy posted in one of the groups, there some body shop that he was driving past, I guess. They had a hearse, like for transporting dead bodies, jacked up out front of their shop. And what they did is they sold used parts for cars. And what they put on it was used body parts for sale. Because it's a hearse. Oh man, I was laughing so hard because I was like, man, and that's perfect. You capture attention, you make someone laugh, but then they also internalize it in their brain and they're like, oh yeah, body parts. And they think body parts for a car, but also they get the laugh because body parts of a human. So that was the funny post I saw. It was pretty good and captures attention. I think anytime you can do something like that for your business, it's just fantastic. You know what I mean? And so well done for them. Hats off to whatever company that was. That was a good post I saw.
Yeah, that's a good post. That's funny.
Yeah. And then relating to Windows and stuff, I did see an interesting post. It wasn't specific to Windows, but the guy was talking about whether or not you should use a steam cleaner. But the way he worded it was, how much time do you really save by using a steam cleaner? Or a steamer. And my thoughts on it are really simple. I mean, use the right tools to solve whatever problem you have. Like if there's gum stuck in the seats, sometimes steam's a good way to get that out. But anyway, the debate, seeing people go back and forth, it's funny, I'll see a post that I think has a lot of business merit that can help people out, and it'll be like 2 comments. And then I see something like this, and it's like everyone stopped, put down their polisher, and they were like, I'm going to make this my fucking mission today to like ruin this guy's life. And there was 115 comments. I couldn't believe it. And everyone varying opinions, like I never use a steamer, it takes too long and this and that. And one of the things I've always thought is that how long does a steamer take? If you get a decent one, 5 to 10 minutes, it's good to go. That's the one we have anyways, 5 to 10 minutes. And
do you mean how long does it take to heat up? Is that what you mean?
Heat up, yeah.
I was like, there's no way you're cleaning a car in 10 minutes with a steamer.
No, hell no. If we were doing that. But no, 5 to 10 minutes though to heat up. And that was the complaint most people were having, is that, it's a waste of time, takes too long to heat up. But you're not sitting around waiting for it to finish. You plug it in, turn it on, you do some other shit.
And there's there's multiple types of steamers, as the way there are extractors. Some can stay, and I used to sell a steamer. I sold a specific steamer because it was trying to compete against the traditional. Everybody has the main traditional one is that little one that's about, I don't know, 6 inches. It's got some casters. It's metal and has a black little rubber band basically that goes around it. That one, and it has black plastic where you go and you press the buttons or the stuff, right? Like that's your a traditional steamer. That one, it always has to be reheated, right? You run out of water, it has to be reheated. I was selling for a while because there was a lot as I was growing in distribution, meaning a lot of people we were getting into steam. This was 10, 11, 12, 13, right? So I go, okay, great. I need to have a steamer. I found one that was, I think it was up in Oregon, somewhere up in the Northwest. And it was all white. That company got sold. So I don't know who owns it now. And that's when my relationship with them stopped. But what I really enjoyed about that company was they developed a steamer that had a continuous.
Okay.
So basically it was a 2-tank system that you could open up and pour more water in. Otherwise, the other system, you could never turn it off and wait for the steam to you'd be having to trying to open it up while steam was hitting your hand, right? They did to where I could always refill it and it could keep going and I would always just keep moving with it. And
so I've got that one in my shop. It's a little cube. It's all white. Yeah. It's awesome. And it wasn't very expensive. I don't know what the hell it's called. Yeah, it's awesome.
Crazy. It's crazy.
Man, yeah.
And so here's the community, right? Wow. I'm some dude in Tulsa, Oklahoma, talking about something from 8 years ago. You're like, hey, I got it here.
I got one of those.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, man, it works good though. But yeah, and for us, for example, we upsell 2 major things. One is engine cleaning, and the second one is baby seats. Man, do you know how many people, especially COVID, where we tell them we'll steam clean the baby seats? $10 each. You got twins.
Here's my debate with steam. I think if you're going to steam or not steam, it comes down to this debate right here, and you'll fall in one of 2 categories, right? So people listening to this are going to be one of 2, right? They're either going to be, I want to use chemical to clean things, or I want to use hot vapor to clean things.
Okay.
It really, because steamers will go, yeah, but I don't have to use all those chemicals. And the only place, and this will be where you'll realize which side I fall on, the only place I ever saw a benefit of not using a chemical and using steam was exactly what you just said. Baby seats, car seats. I always felt odd about, I would extract some, I would extract them if people would ask or something. But for the most part, we officially just stopped cleaning baby seats because I just felt odd about spraying all those chemicals all over everything. But I have always, which is interesting, then I own a chemical business, right? But even as a mobile detailer literally 20 years ago, I always believed in the chemical to do the cleaning. I always fell on that side, and even into the car wash and owning it where we had an extractor and the people, steam got in, some people even. My issue, because I had salespeople coming over to try and sell me steamers, and we would play around with them and we would try them. My issue as the chemical guy that trusted chemicals versus steam was I never knew what plastic piece I was about to white out with steam. Yeah. Because the way we were taught was, right, you had this triangle, you wrap your towel around it, you put these clips on, and then you can just run your steamer across and just clean things magically, right? And it does work, and it's cool.
Yeah.
Then sometimes magically you go over this black plastic and go,
ooh.
Oh.
I think I see bone.
Like, what the fuck just happened here?
Exactly.
I did it twice, and then I went, done.
Shit.
Done.
Yeah,
to me, I go, yes, I understand chemicals. I can do the same thing. I understand that, but I have the variable of myself in control.
Yeah.
Steam, it's not up to me anymore.
Yeah.
It's up to a higher power that developed. boiling water into a very extreme temperature that gets shot out onto
It's true.
so many different parts of a car that you have no way of controlling what that flash point is, what that flash point is, what that, like, I'm out.
It's true.
I'm out.
Yeah. I agree. And that's where
I'd
very
rather
specific
develop a
uses-
product, which is ironically funny now, right? Which, as I said, where I'm at, I'd rather develop a product to clean the
Yeah.
different parts of the surface than to trust a
100%.
high temperature shooting down onto this surface. So many surfaces across a vehicle now. And I got to trust that the
Exactly.
manufacturer and some guy in a lab has tested it with steam.
Yeah.
And no,
It's
I'm out.
true.
I'm out.
And that's where I agree 100%. And that's where I believe very strongly the right tool for the right job. And our steamer at our shop serves two purposes. And it's those that I just mentioned before, which is baby seats, number one. And number two is engine detailing occasionally. Usually we'll just use water. There's no trouble with that at all. But most times we keep it there because there's some guys that ask for it specifically. And we give them the option and they just pay more. That's all.
I mean, engine detailing, I'm out.
Yeah, you're not.
There's no way that's faster. There's no way that's
steam?
faster.
Oh no, definitely not faster. But that's why we charge them 3 times as much. But for us, it's more. We have some guys that are like, no, I've heard bad things about water. We're like, no problem. Like, we can do it this way. as an
Gotcha.
alternative.
Okay.
Let's
I
give
thought
3
you
times
meant
as much.
use steam to clean your engines.
No.
It's only an upsell.
Yes. Oh, 100%.
Okay. Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
I'm
So
rinsing that thing off. I'm
Oh.
degreasing the out of it.
And it takes 3 minutes. You know what I mean?
3 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had in the 20 years, I've had one customer issue with an engine. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
And it was an
that's-
old truck. And I
I was
just
about
go,
to say,
"Dude, it's an old
probably
truck.
older vehicle, exactly. And in those cases too, you just have to know a little bit. Like there's certain places we put microfibers just in case, But like my techs know quite a bit about older vehicles because they're older dudes, And so, anyways, they know how to handle certain situations. But I wouldn't put like a newbie on it. But you should shadow a newbie anyways. But yeah, so all right. So are we doing some tips today? Just a tip? You got a tip?
Doing some. I mean, goddamn, last week you were tipping it out all the way to.
I was just giving tips left or you get a tip. You get a tip.
Hmm.
I know. Last week was like I made up for the several weeks of tips.
I gotta get the tip.
Yeah, tip. Jesus. I'm all
Hey,
tipped
all
out.
right. So my tip this week is you got to look in the mirror and ask yourself. No, I can't do that. I can't do that. It's off the clock, but I can't. Okay. I was going to say, ask yourself if you're a piece of shit, because I find it interesting how many people are making posts on social media and complaining about their customers.
That's true.
And-
I've seen that a lot lately. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Had a customer say
Dude.
this fucking asshole, and they want everyone to
Yep.
join in with them.
Yep.
And be like,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yep. And you go into the groups, and every day you'll see somebody that'll screenshot this
Shot the
conversation.
whole fucking message.
It's always the customer, right? Or
Yeah.
prospect, either way. And how
Yeah.
dare they? And how dare they? How dare they?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting outside. It's fall, Oklahoma. The only time to ever be in the Midwest is September, October, November is beautiful. Dude, we're in the
Yeah.
70s at night, little breeze, stars. Dude, it's gorgeous.
man.
You
Sounds
back
amazing.
patio is why I designed it. I got a little rock wall, my grill's rocked in, TV, right?
Oh,
So
man.
these are my moments. I love
Yeah.
these. This is my time.
Yeah.
I've got a fly problem.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And
Shit.
my wife is complaining. I'm like, yeah. I look down and I go, it's because your dog shits all over our back patio.
So they're going.
Like, I'm glad that it shits here instead of in the house, fucking
Yeah.
Chihuahua, because you can't do, I mean, what are you going to do to Chihuahua? It's hard to discipline a Chihuahua. Like
That's true.
a half hair that you touch, it's like, right?
That's true.
Like, so it pisses every time I go down to touch it. So It's hard to discipline. So I'm glad it's at least taking a shit on the back patio instead of inside.
Yeah.
But you know what attracts flies?
Dog shit.
Don't be a piece of shit and you won't attract flies. There's your tip. The amount of detailers that will not only post complaints about their customers. I saw a post of a guy that's supposed to be kind of rising, right? You see these guys that start kind of rising up and they feel like they're confident enough to tell other people what to do. And maybe they really talk about this brand that they love so much. And this brand was only open a couple years ago. They're owned by a dealership group, but they're supposed to be selling products to a detailer when dealerships and detailers have never, ever been in conjunction, but there's a dealership brand trying to sell to detailers. And this detailer who loves this brand posts a photo of his wife's ass.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
And at the same time, you look back at some other comments and some other posts and some other things that's gone on. And you go, you wonder why your customers are the way they are? Don't be a piece of shit. Don't be a piece of shit. So there's my tip. Posting photos of your wife's ass and wondering why you have problems with customers.
I mean, if I posted a picture of my wife's ass, I would definitely sell a lot more stuff. But yeah,
you might. This one?
Might. This one, man. So yeah, I find that I've noticed that a lot of people will have some wins for their business and they'll celebrate for 30 seconds, but then they have something like that happen, negative interaction with the customer or whatever, and they put so much energy into it, like even just the time taking the screenshots, posting them online, trying to rally up people's opinions and stuff. You're putting so much energy into this bullshit that yeah, I think take a hard look in the mirror and realize like maybe I should focus.
My wife bending on her knees on a knee pad and me taking a picture of her ass and posting it on Facebook is not a good idea if I want to attract good customers.
Was that posted for customers?
It doesn't matter.
Well, yeah, fair enough. But I'm just...
Why would you ever think as a business owner it would be appropriate to post a photo of your wife on her knees?
This is true. This is true. That's a good point. But was this posted
and you
for customers?
Don't expect to have a bunch of flies in your business?
Oh yeah, that's true. I can see a lot of people flocking to that. Like, yeah. Jeez. See, yeah. I don't even have no comment there. But
let's go into politics. Let's go beyond this guy that's raving about this dealership brand. You got detailers that are posting about politics. I've never understood why people want to put their personal information views about politics. There's people really that talk about racism, right? The amount of people that claim that racism is hurting their business. And I did episodes as all that came out over the past 3 to 4 years. I would invite people on to talk about why they feel that racism has affected their business.
And I can definitely see some instances where.
What does that do? What does that do? Yeah, it alienates a complete group of customers that you are going to say that they look at you because of your skin color. Why would you ever alienate a customer? Do you care? The only customer we care, the only customer color we care about, we have one customer color. It's not white. It's green.
Green. Yeah.
The only customer color we care about is green. I don't care if the person that gives it to me is any other color. So why would I ever put that out onto social media? And I'm trying to run a business that wants green. And I want to tell people that are different colors that they shouldn't give me green.
Oh yeah, it's true. I'll take it from anybody. But I tell you, if a customer comes into the shop and is being racist, he's getting kicked the fuck out.
Oh, absolutely. I'm talking about me as the tip is don't be a piece of shit. And then you won't attract flies.
Yeah.
So the more you want to put about your own personal agenda and your own personal views, the more you're going to attract those type of people.
That's true.
You're not a piece of shit. You won't attract the flies.
The universe
right?
will bring you more of what
You bring out other things that are more positive. You bring stuff about their car. You bring stuff about, imagine how awesome it would be to have a clean, like the more things you can put out,
the more content you can post like that. Like, so we don't post as often as we probably should at AutoWorld, but the things that we do post are those kinds of things, feel good things.
Exactly.
We post when like
don't be a piece of shit.
Donations every year. We post that. You know, we'll post the occasional cool car we get in, like if we've got a Model T or something like that. But oh fuck, we got an amazing car. I'm gonna keep it a secret, but I'll show it to you. We picked it up. We're gonna get it. You know, the AutoWorld and the OrbisX logo put on it and stuff. It's the holy grail of muscle cars. I'll just leave it at that. And we're gonna be doing some burnouts in it and stuff like that. I'll send it to you. It's getting restored in its current condition. It's a 6-figure car, and it needs to be restored. So in its current condition, 6-figure car. I'm just gonna leave it there. Anyway, I'll send some photos to you privately, and then when we do the burnout videos and stuff, I'll post those publicly.
Sweet. But, looking forward to it.
Yeah, we got some good
stuff.
Stuff
so what's your tip?
So my tip is detailers need to be like jewelry stores. And what I mean by that is, in relation to sales, jewelry stores do this amazing thing that I think every detailer out there needs to adopt as their own kind of sales strategy. And what they do is, anytime someone comes in and, you know, you're shopping with your wife or whatever, and you're like, oh, honey, look at this beautiful necklace, you know, so you're looking at the necklace. They ask you one question, and it's always, have you seen the matching bracelet? Have you seen the matching rings or the matching earrings that go with this? And they always have some sort of matching pair. That sentence alone doesn't sound too salesy. It's just asking you, have you seen this matching, whatever it is? And so my homework for everyone that's listening to this is, take the time this week or this weekend or what have you, and I need you to take a piece of paper and make 3 columns. This is what we did at our business as well. Column A, column B, column C. Column A, you're going to list all your services, packages, everything that you can offer to customers. You're going to list it there. Column B, you're going to list everything that could complement that service or package, and that's going to go in column B. Column C is going to be qualifications that can make B happen. So meaning that if, let's say, for example, in column A, I've got interior detailing. That's one of the things you offer. Column B might have things like engine detail or steaming the baby seats, or it could have exterior detailing. It could have all the different things that you could complement the interior detail with. Now, column C is going to have certain things that'll lead you to each of those items in column B. For example, guy books an interior detail, that's in column A. My column B has engine detailing. Some of my qualifying questions might be things like checking to see the kilometers on the vehicle. So I could tell the guy, hey, listen, your vehicle just hit 100,000 kilometers. 90% of our customers get an engine detail done at the 100,000 kilometer mark. That should be a thing that you just make up and do at your shop. Whether it happens or not, whether or not 100,000 means anything, just say, you have 100,000 kilometers or miles on your truck. This is when most people get this done. Part of your maintenance. So that way, when you're booking someone in, you can now add some notes to your event, and you can say, okay, check the odometer rating, see how many miles are on the truck, or check this, check that. You can put those things in. That way, when the vehicle comes in, you do your inspection, you can go through your qualifying questions from column C, and then you can look at column B and see what applies. That will definitely 10 or 20 times your revenue, 100%, just following that process. And it's what jewelry stores do all the time, and trust me, they're making bank. So that's just the tip for today. Homework is A, B, C, make those columns and look for that matching bracelet to go with the necklace.
I like it.
That's just a tip. so that was good. And so the takeaways from today: don't be a piece of shit. You'll attract flies, and find the matching bracelet to go with the necklace. That's the title of the episode. You don't want flies, but you do want to find that matching bracelet. There we go. I
like it.
It's good, man. So yeah, this was this was a great talk. We went over some funny posts, you know, we did some stuff. I
almost forgot. Hey, I got a message. So let me clarify. I got a message from our last episode from a listener it's also a part of our community.
Nice.
He said that I stated that I had a contract for maintenance.
Okay.
I don't remember myself stating that I had a contract for customers. If it was not written, because he asked to kind of see it so he could, I was like, okay. No. Maybe I misspoke. Like I tried to see, it was like, did I really say contract? Like, I don't remember saying the word contract. If I did, let me clarify. I did not have a written contract. It was verbal. Okay, here, I'm going to do this. You're going to get this. We're going to continue at this rate. And that was I guess, verbal contract. I didn't think of it as contract at that time as a young kid. It was just a handshake, right?
Yeah.
What we did. We shook people's hand and we told them what we were going to do.
And then you did it.
And we did it. So to me, that was a contract. Apologies if it translated that it was something written out that they signed. No, absolutely not.
Thinking like what we do, because we call them contracts at our shop, but there is no contract. They can cancel anytime. They're basically like agreements. It's like sales contract. It's just part of our vernacular. But that being said, in OrbisX, what we do is when we make their first invoice that starts their maintenance program, basically it spells out what they're going to get, everything like that. And then we put in the notes, you know, this is a monthly or a bi-weekly or whatever it is. And then there's an option at the top, you click sign, and then it'll pull up and they can sign it. And we have them sign it. So it's kind of a contract, but there's no specific like.
So he should go look for that video on how to set up a quote unquote contract inside of OrbisX. And then he could do what basically we're talking about. He could actually have now listen, it's not legal. Like, come on. It's not, you're not going to go to court over this. It's
like, it's not buying a house or something. You know what I mean?
It's more of literally just I'm good with that. Yeah,
exactly. It's more like an acknowledgement.
Yeah.
You know,
I won't think I would use the word contract.
Yeah. And in fact, on that note, contracts for things like maintenance plans can sometimes actually hurt your sales if someone feels like it's, whoa, this is more formal than I thought. Like, let me read the terms. Am I like fucking stuck with this or something? It's much easier to make it seem very informal and casual to the customer, where it's like, oh,
look at all the subscription companies. Every subscription company always says, right? They always tell people they don't have to be apart for a long term. So make sure that they know this is performance based.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Because people don't like to be locked into things. They're going to be a lot more critical if they feel like they are. So absolutely. Awesome. And good stuff clearing that up. Nice. All right, man. Well, Marty, thanks for your time. I appreciate you. I know you have a meeting after this too. So we'll stop here, but I'll see you next Tuesday. And everybody out there, don't attract flies and find the matching bracelet to that necklace. All right.
Leon, thank you.
Good.